As soon as today, lawmakers up on Capitol Hill could reach a deal to get more money to small businesses. So where do the negotiations stand? House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy joins us right now with an inside look from the D.C. area. Mr. Leader, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me back.
Okay. So it sounds like, I was reading the Washington Post this morning, it sounds like they're on the verge of about a $500 billion deal. What can you tell us about it?
Well, what it would do is something that we've been requesting for the last 2 weeks, more funding for the small business program. This business program has worked very well. More than 1.6 million businesses requested the money to pay their employees, to pay their rent. Unfortunately, Nancy Pelosi has held that up for the last 2 weeks. What we have watched, and the one question I have watching her on the Sunday show, name me one productive thing Speaker Pelosi has accomplished during this pandemic. When President Trump, on January 31st, put in the ban from China, February 24th, she asked people to gather together in San Francisco. She actually fought the ban. When we wanted to put the CARES Act together, she came in, held it up. Now we had a small business program working. She's now held up the money. There's 700,000 small business applications in right now, trying to keep their doors open. Last week, we watched 5 million people, new numbers, for unemployment. How many more millions of Pelosi's layoffs will we have to endure before she'll put people before politics? Even at this moment, to get this agreement, we could have been done yesterday. But the Democrats continue to hold up, even though we have agreed to all the numbers.
Yeah. You're a former small businessman. I mentioned earlier that somebody in my family is trying to apply for one of these things and was told by their really big bank that right now they're out of money. Besides, the company is focusing on really big customers, really big businesses ahead of the small businesses. That's a problem because this is about keeping the small businesses open.
Yeah, the money that has already moved out, the $350 billion, 60% of that all went through very small banks. In this new funding that we go through, we actually allocate another $60 billion has to go through small banks as well. So this is an opportunity when there's 700,000 small businesses with applications already in and a number of them trying to get in. Remember what this does. This pays your payroll for the next 2 months. And it's not a loan, it's a grant. Right. It pays your rent, your utilities. At age 20, I started my first small business. If I was in business today with what Nancy Pelosi is doing, I would have had to lay off my employees because I could not keep the doors open when government said I had to close.
You mentioned Nancy Pelosi a couple of times. Here she is with Chris Wallace yesterday. And I'm curious if you're surprised at the grade she gave the president when it came to testing. Listen.
Leaders take responsibility. So I said he's a weak leader. He doesn't take responsibility. He places blame on others. The president gets an F, a failure on the testing.
You know, that's
what do you think?
Wrong.
What do you think, leader?
Well, I've watched Nancy Pelosi disagree with this president every time. January 31st, when he stopped the flights from China, she wanted to put on the floor a no ban to make that much harder for the president to do. February 24th, she asked people to gather in San Francisco in Chinatown. When we wanted to be able to move the CARES Act, she held it up to get more funding for the National Endowment of the Arts. When we wanted more funding for small business, something she already voted for, she held it up. When you look at per capita testing, especially in the hot spots from New York or Louisiana, America has tested more than any other place in the world. This is what the Speaker has done. Instead of work together, she has tried to fight every element. Again, name me one thing the Speaker has accomplished that's productive during this pandemic. All she's ever done is criticize. Right. We need to work together as one. Look, the virus is here. We did not invite it. We did not want it. But we will defeat it together. At no other time in history when we've had a challenge such as this, you've watched a speaker work with the president. We've only now watched a speaker criticize every action.
Well, without a doubt, there are a lot of people who are frustrated, Leader McCarthy, because they're stuck at home. They might be in a state that doesn't have a lot of incidents of it. We saw a number of stay-at-home protests at state capitals yesterday. There are going to be more today. One of the big ones was in Denver, Colorado, and the Denver Post talked to a guy by the name of Jim Finnemore, and his quote to the paper was essentially, he thinks that the Democrats are using coronavirus as a political tool to crash the economy economy and hurt President Trump so that in November he loses. You don't think the Democrats are trying to do that, or do you?
I don't know what the Democrats are trying to do. I do know the number 3 most powerful Democrat in Congress, the majority whip, Mr. Clyburn, said he wants to use the coronavirus to restructure government in their liberal views. I do know I watched Speaker Pelosi when we were doing the CARES Act hold it up because she wanted the Green New Deal. She wanted to make sure sanctuary cities. She wanted to change election law. And she fought for the National Endowment for the Arts. I do know that Speaker Pelosi has now held up small business from actually getting money. That's holding it up from Democrats, Green Party, Republicans, and all. That is wrong. I don't know what your motive is, but the one thing I do know, we'll only defeat this if we work together, if we put people before politics. I've watched Republicans sit in the table, just as I've done before, and make sure we work together. Just last week, I had a small business. It's an ambulance company in my district. She called me so excited because she got the program for small business. And you know what she said? I was going to have to lay off a number of people. So when that 911 call comes now, I can actually deliver for them. That's what Nancy Pelosi is holding up.
All right. Leader Kevin McCarthy from Capitol Hill.
Thank you so
Sir,
very
thank you
much.
very much.